Hello everyone, Hamas28 here, and today we're still trapped in the world of compact claustrophobia. So as you can see, there's a little bit more stuff in our main room. In between episodes, I was taking the time to explore a lot of the mods, especially thermal expansion. Thank you to all the people in the comments as well for teaching me that item ducts are a thing. So now we can actually fully automate stuff from the mining room into this chest, out of the small compact machine, and into our caches, which is very useful. But it also made me realize this entire setup I built is entirely redundant. We could just use a single strongbox with iron ducts to feed all of our auto clickers the pickaxes. We don't need to have a whole line of hoppers, which means I need to break this all down. But hey, it'll be much more efficient and we'll get a lot more stuff. I'll probably do that later. Where did I leave? Oh, the battery's right here. I also figured out that Nuclear Craft has an infinite cobblestone generator and an infinite water source that I hooked up here. So we have access to infinite water and infinite cobblestone. As you can see, we have 35,000. And using the infinite water source, I was able to finally hook up those garden cloches so that they could produce plants. Although I'm not really sure what we'll need these for right now. Like, we needed a lot of pumpkins to make the pulped biomass, but that was needed for the pulped bio blend, but we haven't really needed a bunch of stuff like that right now. I guess we could put it in a magma crucible to make bio crude, which is a fuel, but I don't think we'll need that. I also grow beetroot because we also need, what's the word? Red dye at some point. I'm also making sugarcane, I guess just in case we need paper at some point to make more leather. Also took a lot of time filtering sand to get some ancient spores. Now, I think we're close enough to get mycelium, but just in case we aren't, we're going to need the ancient spores to make our witch water, which I think is coming up pretty soon. But then other than that, not really too much between episodes. I built a second redstone furnace. As you could see, I upgraded all of the thermal expansion blocks as well, pretty high to reinforced. Thank you to the comments as well for helping me figure that out, because I was wondering why when you built one it would say like sawmill basic, and then I realized, oh, it's like mechanism. You just use the upgrade card to make it bigger and better. I also added augments to make them go a lot faster, so we don't have to waste too much time on smelting anymore. Like if we grab this aluminum dust, throw that in there, now it goes through it so much faster, which is very nice. So that should speed up a lot of stuff. Things on my list I need to get done. I need to build a second battery, because as a lot of people have noted, you know, it's pretty annoying to have to pick this up and move it around everywhere. But if I just build more of them, that should solve the problem. The issue is just the throughput. So if we come into our mining dimension, I built the energy meter so I could accurately see how much battery output this produces. And you could see with 12 thermoelectric generators with uranium blocks and water, we output 240 Fe per tick, which is pretty high. These auto clickers can actually eat through that pretty fast if you set it to a higher speed, but that is still a pretty good amount of energy that it produces. Oh, it went. Forgot about that. And I did not forget about this stuff. I know this stuff is in here. In fact, we could actually move most of this, I think. Just plop that into the chest. I think most of the stuff can get filtered, except for, I think, flint and nether quartz still build up. Everything else should get filtered though. Yeah, into here. We just need to add a couple more. I just haven't done it yet. So this guy outputs 240 Fe per tick, which is enough to power pretty much all of these machines running at, I think, the same time. Because if you even take a look, it tells you how much power it uses at most, 80 RF per tick, which is about the same. But because we have such a big battery, as you can see, I upgraded it to reinforce. Now it holds 18 million RF. All these machines can run at pretty much the same time, except for the magma crucible. I upgraded it with the pyroconvective loop, and now it draws 4,000 RF per tick, which is insane. It's funny though, because the actual power usage required to turn cobblestone into lava hasn't changed, it just does it a lot faster. To turn cobblestone into lava takes, I believe, 300,000. Yeah, it takes 300,000 RF, which is exactly the same as before. It just does it a lot faster. But that has made the lava production a lot easier, which meant I was able to get some more netherrack, which means we can move on to the next stuff in the quest book. Because we're pretty close, what I want to build next is going to be, I believe this is the coke furnace, or the blast furnace to make steel, because we're currently only making steel by way of, what's the word? TNT, which isn't very efficient, it's not automated, and it's very task intensive. So to get started with that, we're going to make some coke bricks, and we're also going to need a 5x5 room to store this. I believe, yeah, this is a 3x3 multi-block, so we should be able to make this right now though. Let's make some coke bricks. We need 27 of them. Throw in our clay and sandstone. There we go, 27. I made sure to collect the clay in advance, just because it's a little annoying. I wonder, there must be a better way to automate it, but I'm not sure, because you need dust and water, and you have to right-click this. You probably can automate it. But we are going to need a 5x5 room. Luckily, we should have some modularium somewhere. There we go. Machine casing. And we're going to need a 5x5. So let's make 4 tiny compact machines. Tiny compact machine. What are we missing? Oh, the compact machine walls. Let's come in here. Throw down our battery. Throw down our flux ducts. Oh, I only have 1. Let's see. I think I fixed this so it can output on the bottom. I think it's working. Let's see. Let's try it. No, it's draining. So it's not working at all, which is so weird. It should be outputting on the bottom too. So let me make some more flux ducts. Come back in here. Swap you around. There we go. Now it has more than enough power. Throw you back inside, and you're working. Cool. So let's see. We could probably also use the tree farm. Do you have enough room in here? We need 3x3. Yeah, I could fit it in this corner. Is that gonna ruin this though? The only issue with putting it in the tree farm room is that this tree does need pretty much all this space to actually grow. So if I put a 3x3x3 structure here, will that get in the way? I think it will. What are you doing? Oh, you're this one. Just some plants. So we are just gonna have to wait for the 5x5 room. So let me get that done real quick, because we're gonna need to make a bunch of tiny compact machines. Probably should have this like on autopilot, but now that we can get a lot more resources, it's really not that big of a deal anymore. Because you can see we have 2,600 uranium, 7,000 iron, 7,000 redstone. Really easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come in here. Turn it all into modularium. Oh, I don't even think I grabbed... Oh, my inventory was too full. I didn't grab everything. Yeah, that's fine. 32 is good for now. Get to smelting. And we'll be back in a second. Alright. We made our tiny machine pieces. Let's turn this into a small compact machine. And let's go ahead and do... Where should we put this guy? Let's put it... Do we have enough room next to the crusher? I guess so. Should work in here. Put it in this corner. Come inside. Come back here. Now 27 coke brick in a 3x3x3. can see, it takes up quite a lot of space, and then you slap it with your hammer. I believe it's in the middle, to make the coke oven. Now we can make coal coke, which is just putting coal or charcoal in here. You also get creosote oil as a byproduct, which means we don't have to use the sewer waste anymore. Let's see, do we have any wood though? I don't believe so, because all the wood I had I kept turning into sticks and planks. So definitely not the case. You can see I was checking out other ways to make power. Seems like the best way is just using thermoelectric generators. Thermal expansion has other generators, but I don't have the room to actually build like a viable power setup. At least not yet. Steel axe. So let's grab a bit of wood here. Luckily, if you just hold shift next to the sapling, it does grow pretty quickly. Not sure why it does that. But it seems like there's no really good way to grow trees in Compact Claustrophobia other than this. Once we have access to slag, we can start making phytogrow, which is essentially bone meal. Where's the I have the wood, perfect. See, like instinct, I was throw it in the sawmill. Which is like bone meal, but we don't have that yet. Oh, that was weird. Okay, put that in there. Now this guy does go pretty slow, as you could see. But you could just fill him up and let him go by himself, and he'll just run forever. We'll probably want to hook up some storage for the creosote oil. We can use these, where are they? These portable tanks from thermal expansion, because we can upgrade them to get pretty big. This one holds 20 millibuckets. Let's see how big the next one gets. Upgrade. Bronze gear. If we make it hardened, looks like it increased it by 5 times. So this should hold 100 buckets of water. It's going to fill up pretty slowly. This level 1 infinite water source only produces, I think, 20% of a bucket every second, which should be fine for creosote oil. So after we produce that coal coke, that's going to make us go down to hop dust and right to bricks from the nether region, which is probably just making nether bricks, which I already made some. Where did I store the netherrack? Oh, I put it in here. So let's get ahead of ourselves and make some nether bricks. So you can see if I run 2 redstone furnaces, that pretty much equals the output of our battery. But that's not too bad, because our storage is very, very high. So, and then we can also make more netherrack by using our buckets and redstone. Oh, I already have redstone in the inventory. So you just grab that, swap that around, lava, netherrack. Pretty easy. It's just a shame that this is so expensive, as you can see. But at least it does it pretty fast now. I wonder if I can automate this. Let's see. We can have this. If I grab you and put you in the corner, okay, this will auto output into the lava. Then you just need to click it. Not like that. Where is this guy? Should turn it. No, you can't turn it. Oh, that's not good. Take you. I need this to face down. Okay, let me move you here. Break you. Oh, I can't move. There we go. So I want you to right click with redstone. It works. And then if it right clicks it again, will it pop out? It does. Perfect. We've automated our production of netherrack. It's quite slow though, because this is going to click every 100 ticks. And I can't really power it unless I move the melter. Yeah, I can move the melter because we have the power supply right behind it. we grab this guy, move you over here, grab another flux duct, use the leadstone. I made hardened for these ones because this guy draws so much power, I need to upgrade it. Put that here. So now you're getting power. So now if I upgrade you, let's make him every 10 ticks. No, that's too expensive. We'll do every 25 ticks. Awesome. But as you can see, this is a massive energy drain, which means we'll need to put the battery right here to keep that going. So it looks like this is going to keep running until it runs out of power. Or until this runs out of cobblestone, whichever happens first. So let's go check on our coal coke. Quest completed. Coke's good kids. Bricks from the nether region is also completed. Looks like it too, which goes to there must be a better way. A blast furnace can also be used to create steel. This way, most of it doesn't explode. This, however, needs sufficient space, and 3x3 is not enough. Why is 3x3? Oh, I just need to make another 5x5. That's what it means. Because this takes, yeah, this is a 3x3x3 multi-block that takes 27 blocks. But now that I'm thinking about it, if we build a 7x7, that can fit 4 blast furnaces, right? Technically, you could fit 8 in a 7x7. Interesting. Anyways, so now we need to make the blast furnace, which is why you need the nether bricks. Blast brick. And there is the upgraded version that takes steel, so we might want to upgrade it later once we have a good amount of steel. Because one of the downsides of the blast furnace is that you can't automate it. Everything has to be done manually. Whereas the upgraded version can have automation in it. You can output the slag, input the iron, output the steel. So we're going to need 27, and I want to see if I can use this tool. Thank you to the comments for telling me about the crafting calculator. This is a case of me not reading, because if I had read, I would have seen this over here. So if we come in here, and we want 27 of this, what is this? Click here, click that, save. To make 27 blast bricks, we're going to need 9 blaze powder, 36 bricks, and 36 nether bricks. Let's see, it looks like we ran out of redstone. So we need 36 nether bricks, so we should have enough here. See, this power is draining pretty fast. The magma crucible is almost finished though, so that should be fine. So we're going to need 36 nether bricks, 36 regular bricks, which is going to take a lot of dust. Luckily we have just enough, I think. Oh, but I'm going to have to move this. I could just make another stone barrel. How much does it cost, Michael? $15? I have stone somewhere. There it is. Another barrel. You know, I wonder, if I hook this up to the fluid duct, that should input the water, right? And then if I have a clicker, click this. Because to make clay, you just need to click dust. So I think that would work. Do I have another clicker available right now? Can I make another clicker right now? I think I can. I can. We just need the redstone. Clicker, auto clicker. This one will go slower, but I think that'll be fine. Let's see, you're full of water, so I can take you now. Put you right here. So if I grab you, put you here, it fills with water. Now if we take our clicker, click it upwards, and give you dust, it made clay. Then if it clicks it again, it drops it. Awesome. We have now fully automated netherrack and clay production. It was that simple, guys. Okay, so now we have the nether bricks. Then we're just going to throw the clay into the pulverizer to turn it into our clay pre-brick items and start cooking that stuff. And per the calculator, we're going to need how many bricks? 36 and 9 blaze powder. So we should have some blaze powder sitting around. Oh, add more stone slabs in here. There we go, blaze powder. Let's go ahead and crush this stuff so we have some more. Get a little bit of sulfur as a byproduct. Store that away. Pulverize this. So that's 16 plus 8 plus how many extra we had somewhere. There they go. We need 36. 16 plus 14 is 30, so we're going to need 2 more. And that should do it. Grab that, throw that in here, make the bricks, and we'll be able to make 27 blast bricks. Blast brick. Brick, nether brick, blaze powder, 27. Perfect. Now we are going to need another 5x5 room. Should we just make another 7x7 room? Now that I think about it. Let's see, this guy takes up how much space? 3x5. So if this were a 7x7, that would add 2 over here, which would fit a 3x3. Fit 2 over here. 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So if we just make a 7x7 room, we can fit the crusher. We'd be able to fit the crusher, the coke oven, and the blast furnace all in one space. 1, 2. We already have half of the compact machines. I think that's the case. I should just make a 7x7 to store all the immersive engineering stuff. And then I'd be able to also... This guy's really small. He would fit in there as well. To the side. Huh. I think that's what I'm going to do. That's still making clay. That's good. I'll let you keep doing that. But then I have to break down all these machines, which is annoying. I have to break them down and rebuild them. And also store them for now. Well, that's something we should do anyway. So let's get started. We're going to need another 2 small compact machines. So that's going to take 8 tiny compact machines. So luckily we have our handy dandy calculator. So if I want a small compact machine, I need 2 more of these. We're going to need 180 modularium and 45 redstone. So 180 modularium, and I think you can calculate this as well if you go in here. Why did that not work? There we go. So we're going to need 225 redstone, 720 iron, and 720 uranium grit in order to craft everything. Which we definitely have. So I'll get started on that, and then we'll come back once I have another normal compact machine. So where did I leave it? It's in here. Do I have enough room for that? Not really. Store all of this, make some room. So we're going to need 720, 720. Might as well just make a ton, right? Because how much is 720 divided by 64? Oh, silly me, I opened the calculator. You can actually just grab our calculator. 720 divided by 64 is 11 1/4 stacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that's a lot of space. This is going to be a little bit more involved than I thought, but it'll make it better for us in the long run. So I'll come back in a second. And we're back. So I have another normal compact machine. I realized that I wasn't going to be able to break down this one yet because I needed the crusher to crush the small compact machines. But now that that's done, we can come in here. We're going to replace this guy with the normal compact machine. Go inside. Look at all that space. And now if we take our coke bricks, we can fit this in this corner. Where's my hammer? Grab our blast bricks. There it is. Put you here. Take these blast bricks. Bam! Make the crude blast furnace. And we have room for the crusher right here as well. And then luckily only the crusher needs power. Actually, we could even fit the crusher... No, we can't... I was going to say we could even fit the crusher up here, but that doesn't really work because the crusher needs input from the top. We could put the crusher here. No, that doesn't make sense. Anyways though, now that we have the crude blast furnace, do I have any iron on me? I do not. We can take some iron ingots. I clicked the wrong way. Come in here. Throw those in there. And then with our coal coke, where did I leave that? There we go, coal coke. We can start turning this into steel. Let's see, how efficient is this? I also wonder why it doesn't show the fuel in here. Let's see, coal coke lasts 60 seconds, whereas charcoal lasts 15. A block of coal coke is 600 seconds, so you actually get more efficient with a block of coal coke over individual coal coke blocks, pieces. So that'll be good to know. You want to use the blocks over the pieces. Let's see, so I could fit the crusher here, and then you could build a little walkway for the metal press up there, and then have them both powered. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Or we could just leave it in here like this. Put the crusher there, leave this place, grab this guy, grab the metal press, just put them right next to it. That still works. They both power themselves, kind of. Well, this guy powers himself. This guy needs the battery, but at least I put in a little storage. But at least it works. So now we can produce steel without needing TNT, which is very useful. See, that closes off that little quest line, which leads us down to hop dust. Squeeze some coal coke dust into some better dust. Check out the Immersive Engineering Industrial Squeezer. I remember this. This is my least favorite craft. So we need to build an industrial squeezer, which is a 3x3 by 3, I believe. Industrial squeezer. Yeah, 3x3 by... Yeah, 3x3 by 3. And then it looks like that. It will take steel scaffolding, fluid pipe, redstone engineering block, light engineering block, wooden barrel, piston, and a steel fence. Now this does need power, so what I think is because the crusher is so big, I think I'll leave the crusher in his small compact machine in this corner, but then I'll take this guy out because he has a power supply in here that we can also use to power the squeezer. So we grab a bucket of water. Oh, did I mention I cleaned it up in here? I used the signpost to hold in the water so you can actually have this little walking area. So if we grab this leadstone, grab this thermoelectric generator and the block of uranium, and then break this down. Then grab my axe. Can leave this place. So now we don't need you anymore. So I'll have him crushed for later. So let's rebuild this guy, our metal press. Steel scaffolding, redstone block. Steel scaffolding, redstone. We'll put him right here. And then it was heavy engineering block, piston, conveyor belt, and smack it with a hammer. There we go. Now if we take our thermoelectric generator, block of uranium, and our water, we can put this, let's see. The squeezer's a 3x3. But where do the outputs go? Squeezer. Let's see. Because you can see it outputs through this little slot right here. And then it inputs in the back as well as right here. The power goes right here. So I would kind of want it to go, if we put it in this corner, well, if we're only using it for hop graphite, we don't really need to input water and stuff, right? Yeah, we would only need coke dust. Okay, so that's fine. So let me move you again. I swear, this will be the last time. Yeah, that's a good spot for it. And then we'll put it here. That way we can also power it, because the power will want to go in 1, 2. So we'll want a flux duct here. Power will go down here. And then it will loop over and fit right here. So you would have 3x3. So you would have the power cable go here. So you could have the thermoelectric generator like right there. That would work just fine. Sounds good to me. So make some more flux ducts. Flux duct. Need more redstone. We have tons of redstone in block form, but I need to fill this guy up with more redstone. One, two, and then let's make another battery. It's not called a battery, it's an energy cell. Lead gear, energy cell frame, redstone conductance coil, energy cell, and this guy can store 2 million RF. That should be good enough for our purposes. These guys aren't super heavy, so we'll go ahead and plant you right here. Then we have some wood. We'll use that to build some scaffolding. Grab our signpost. Thermo, water, block of uranium. And if you do this, why aren't you working? Oh, I think it is. Yeah, it is working. It's just charging that. So we want this to go, we want power to come in here and out this way. So I want the right side to be input and the bottom is output. That is the bottom, right? Yes. Perfect. So now, once we have the squeezer set up, the thermoelectric generator will power both, and then once they're full, excess power will go to the battery. .32 steel along with some slag, and now that we have slag, we can use it to make concrete, but the most important thing is phyto-grow, which we can make from sawdust and niter. Now we can also get niter from throwing red sandstone in here, or is it any sandstone? No, it has to be red sandstone. With a 50% chance. I thought there was another way to get niter. Thermal foundation niter. Red sandstone in here. Or take sandstone slabs with a lesser chance. 40%, 20%. Okay, so if I just throw sandstone into the pulverizer, it makes niter. Red sandstone comes from red sand, which we get from crushing granite. Or if we make an igneous extruder, that can make red sand, which means we could automate the production of niter. But how much niter are we actually going to need? Not too much, I don't think. Right now our bottleneck is charcoal production. And the reason I spaced out like this is so I can have the output go into a chest. But now that I think about it, if I put the squeezer here, I can't have an input go in here. No, I could just put a hopper. Yeah, that works. So let's work on our squeezer. So for the squeezer, we're going to need 6 steel scaffolding, 2 fluid pipes, redstone engineering block, light engineering block, 4 wooden barrels, a piston, and a steel fence. So we should have some of this in storage already. Fluid pipes, treated wood fence, treated wood. We have a sticky piston, but not a regular piston. Let's see. Oh, I didn't even see I had one in there. Good to have. Let's see. So let's grab some cobblestone. We need a piston. Wrong book. We need 4 wooden barrels. Which comes from treated wood planks, which need the slab version. Why does it matter if they're vertical? Now it says they want to be horizontal. Okay, that's very weird. Do this. 1, 2. Let's make these. Oh, I'm getting a call. I'll be right back. All right, finish the call. So now if we take a look, oh, we need 4 wooden barrels. Okay, so I guess that's, oh, we're out of treated wood planks though. So let's grab a bucket and grab some of our creosote. Oh, I broke this. Oh, I should have grabbed the creosote first. Put that in here. Leave this place, go into our tree farm. Place a sapling. Let that sapling grow, and then use the axe. Yeah, I was wondering other ways to get wood, like grow it. And I saw that this guy can grow stuff, the photogenic insulator, but sadly, what was it locked behind? You need a sapling infuser, which needs signalium, and I have no idea how to actually make signalium. Oh wait, no, I could definitely do this. Wait, destabilize redstone. You just need to put redstone in the magma crucible. Huh. Okay, I might need to make that. I was thinking of the other thing. There was a different thermal expansion block I wasn't sure how to get. It was the blue stuff, the cryoethium, I think is the word. I'm not sure how to get that actually. Put that in here, leave this place, come in here. Put away the modularium, we don't need that for now. We don't need this metal press empty one anymore. Don't need the compact machines, so we'll leave that. Don't need the bricks. Don't need this redstone. Grab the charcoal. Start cooking that up. So while we wait for the creosote oil, we also need 6 steel scaffolding, 2 light engineering blocks, steel fence, heavy engineering block, treated stick. I'm trying to see if I left over any other parts somewhere. Nope, doesn't seem like it. So we're gonna need 2 light engineering blocks. Ooh, we do have these left over. Where did I put them? There they are. 2 light engineering blocks. 1 redstone engineering block. 6 steel scaffolding and 3 steel fences. We have 1 steel fence. Steel scaffolding and steel fence. Steel fence. We'll start with the fences first. Steel rod. Steel fences. Now we need the steel scaffolding. So all we're waiting on is the last wooden barrel, which we should have the creosote oil now. 500. We're gonna have to 5%. Okay, we're gonna have to wait on the second one. So I guess while I wait for that, I want to see if I can make that item. Oak, wood, photogenic, lumium ingot. Oh. Okay, that's what I was missing. Yeah, we don't have access to energized glowstone. Glowstone. Yeah, I couldn't see any way to make glowstone, so that's why we can't do that. See, I knew it was something. I knew I was missing some part of the craft. Come in here, wait on this guy, got another message, so while I wait, I'll check that. Done a bucket of creosote oil. So now we can use this with all the wood we have. So annoying. Something I can do is you can grow the bonsai trees in there. You can grow the bonsai tree in here, but it only makes the cuttings, which means you don't get the logs. And the cuttings are only good for getting planks. Do that in here to make 8 treated wood planks. Treated wood slab, barrel. Where's my barrel? There we go. 4 wooden barrels. So now that should be everything. Yes. So now if we come in here and build it per the diagram, it's going to be a U shape with the steel scaffolding on the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Light engineering blocks in the corner. Wait, what? Okay, I did it wrong. 2 go here. You go there. Redstone engineering block and the barrels are next. Piston and then our fences. Let's see, flip you down. And then I think it's this one. Is it this one? It's this one. It's that one. There we go. And now it's working. The industrial squeezer. The only thing we can't access is the water inputs in the back, but I think that's fine because we just need to make hop graphite. What makes it really annoying though is, as you can see, it takes 8 coke dust, and coke dust comes from coal coke in the crusher. So we need 8 logs to make 8 coal coke to make 8 hop dust, and it's a very, very slow process. I'm in desperate need of automating our tree production because this is really slow. We could build a second coke oven and put it right on top, because you can automate the coke oven, I believe. You can have the creosote pumped out, and I believe you can have stuff pumped in, but it's just going to be very slow. But now that we can produce steel pretty easily as well, that should solve our problems. But with every problem solved, a new one arises, and in this case, we need more wood. Luckily, and I say luckily kind of sadly, is it does outline a method to automate wood using auto clickers and knotgate, oak sapling, and phytogrow. But it even says here it's very slow. So I'm not even sure how useful that's going to be. But let's go ahead and build it. Let's see, let's store all of this stuff because we don't need any of the immersive engineering stuff right now. Why do I have graphite dust in my inventory? What are you for? I could turn it into coal? Interesting. Oh, I can use a redstone furnace with a pyrolytic conversion augment to make thermal foundation coal coke. Does it work the same? They both crush in a coke dust. And they can both be squeezed. Interesting. Interesting. So grab our slag. And let's see if we can make some phytogrow. I believe it also needs sawdust, which we have in abundance. There's 2 versions, rich and regular. Looks like the only difference is the rich slag and the niter. Niter is where we don't have too much of it. But I think we can get more. So the niter we want is the thermal foundation one, which we can make from red sand in the pulverizer. Or you can put any sandstone in the manufactory and you get 2. So you don't even have to leave it to chance, which is really good. Because I should have, yes, a bunch of sand in here. So if I go ahead and do that, throw it in here, we could just make more niter. Luckily, a benefit of the pulverizer, you can put in this auxiliary sieve, which increases secondary output chance. And what that means, in layman's terms, is if you take a stack of cobblestone and pulverize it, where is cobblestone? It'll be easier just to hit U on this. Or it's already in there. When you pulverize cobblestone, you get gravel with a chance of getting sand, and then you can pulverize the gravel again to make more sand with the chance of getting flint. So a single stack of cobblestone can actually yield more than a stack of sand, which is very useful. So now that we have some more niter, let's continue making our phytogrow. Said we need 64, and I believe this works exactly like fertilizer. Let's see, what else does it want? It also wants 6 auto clickers. Kind of expensive, but we do have the modularium lying around, so I can make that. We need 6 auto clickers, so we need 6 of these guys. I'll leave that in there now that I think about it. 6 auto clickers. You need stone, right? Not cobblestone? Yeah, stone. So let me cook up a batch of stone. I could have swore I had some more auto clickers in here. So strange. Oh, more sandstone. Perfect. more niter. Let's start making those auto clickers. There's 2. We can start building it with 2 though. If you follow the example, what it says is place dirt in the middle, like so, with 4 cobblestone on each side. Place the 2 knot gates facing the same direction in one axis on the cobble. Let's see, how do I make a knot gate? Knot gate. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Smelt diorite, polished diorite, andesite, or stone to make that. Anode is a bunch of these circuit plates. Okay, luckily you just have to smelt stone into stone. So let me use this stone to make our 6 auto clickers. Smelt the stone into circuit plates. Then we'll also need a redstone torch. So we'll need a bit more wood. Can I use this to make wood? I mean sticks? No. You can pulverize it directly, I guess, into sawdust. So let's see, now that we have these, we need 2 of these knot gates. We need 6 cathodes. So we need 12 redstone torches. Of those. We need to craft this 1 time, craft this 2 times, and make 2 knot gates. You're running out of power? No, perfect. So you come in here. Now this said, place the 2 knot gates facing the same direction in one axis on the cobble. Facing the same direction. So, like, not like that. It means like this, facing the same direction on one axis. Place 2 clickers facing each other in the other axis on the cobble. So you want one, let me move you. You want one here, one here. Who said to be like that? Facing each other. Set 1 clicker to right click and sneak saplings. Right click, sneak saplings. Set the other one to right put phytogrow. So let me grab the rest of the phytogrow so I can knock that off the quest book. Slag, sawdust, niter. Right click phytogrow. Okay, it's working. In the direction the knot gates is facing, place 4 clickers on the wall facing the center, all on the left click. Wait, in the direction the knot gate is facing, place 4 clickers on the wall. Let me take you out right now. Place 4 clickers on the wall. So 1. Ooh, that's kind of in the way. I need to move that. Luckily, the tree will kind of work as scaffolding. So place the 4 clickers here. 2, 3, 4, like so. Facing the center, all on left clicked with a spaxel hoe. all on left click with the spaxel hoe. Oh, whoops. I need to stop you right now. What? How are you getting power? What? Huh? Where are you guys getting power from? How is power getting transmitted through the air? I'm so confused. Let me chop down this tree. Grab you and you out of here. Place red alloy wire up the sides of these and connect it to the NOT gate. So we need 8 red alloy wire. That's the last step. Needs red alloy ingots. We can make it in the alloy kiln. Okay, we only need 3 of these. It's not what I wanted at all. Iron, redstone, 1, 2, 3. Cook that. Red alloy wire. Place red alloy wire up the sides of these and connect to the NOT gate. Up the side of these and connect it to the NOT gate. Four boron spaxel hoes. So let's make those next. We should have enough boron for this. Where's my boron? Only 49. Where do I get boron from? Boron ore. Boron dust. So we might have some more dust in here. Thorium, boron. Oh, is it not working because... No, it's working. Perfect. Oh, we need more sticks though. Always running out of something. Put away that stuff. Steel, iron, clay. Put that in there. Grab the wood from in here. Convert that. So we have the sticks to make 3 more spaxel hoes. How many sticks is that going to be? Let me bust out the calculator. Boron spaxel times 3. Takes that much. Click into this one. How much is that? Save that. Save this. Save that one. Save this one. Save the sword. We need... That seems way lower than I thought. Only 33? Huh. Well then. Wait, how many sticks? 27 sticks. Seems way lower than I thought. So we're going to need... three shovels. Going to need 3 picks. Going to need 3 axes. Going to need 3 hoes. And 3 swords. Then put them all together. To make the spaxel hoe. Quest complete. Automated wood. So now if we come over here, and put the boron in here, all on left click. Oh, weird. I wonder why they were all showing power before. So now if we put the oak sapling in here, the phytogrow in there, I believe what's happening is that the NOT gate is reading this for a solid block. So once it grows, it turns off, and then this auto clicker starts clicking on the wood. I think that's what's happening. Yeah, and then it breaks it. I don't think I set the other ones. Yeah, I didn't set the other ones to left click. Left click, left click. So now it mines that. Then they should all mine it together. This does seem really slow. It's also a waste of saplings because of how this is set up. What is the point of this NOT gate? I wonder if I even set this up right. Facing the same direction in one axis on the cobble. Connect to the NOT gate. Place a red wire up of these to connect it. Unless it's just that one. Let me see. Place up the sides of these and connect to the NOT gate. Huh. So I'm guessing when this has a redstone signal, these don't left click. But then why do I have these ones up here? If I remove these, let's see, they should start clicking. Left click, left click. You're connected to power. Yeah, I think they are working. But now I understand why it meant it's very, very slow. Cobblestone. Yeah, there's the wood. There's our alloy wire. But this is technically automated, just really slowly. I wonder if I set this up right. I mean, it's technically working, but I feel like I'm not doing it right. Why did I need 2 NOT gates? This is why I think I did it wrong, because why do I have 2 of these? So strange. Anyways, I won't dwell on it. We made quite a lot of progress this episode. Oh, let me grab this wood. Because now we can take our oak wood, turn it into charcoal, take that charcoal, process it into coal coke, and then take the coal coke, pulverize it, and process it in our squeezer so we can start working on hop dust and going down this way. We're very close to diamonds, and once we have diamonds, that should open up a lot of things, because a lot of stuff right now is gated by diamonds, including the miniaturization, which if you saw, multi-block miniaturization should make crafting stuff way cheaper. As you can see, this way it only takes 26 compact machine walls to make it. It doesn't require the other stuff. Or like this one, just takes 26 any block of iron. Or this one takes 26 any block of gold. So really we're only in it for the, what's the word? The modularium. We don't have to keep breaking it down, which should be a lot easier. And since it only takes a 3x3x3, we should be able to fit it in a 5x5 space, which is pretty nice. But anyways, I'm your host, Amiz28, and I'll see you guys next time.